Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Chassidus in the Morning, 15 minutes to change our lives. Learning Kuntres up to Perek Gimel. Mayim Gimel Perek base. This Shiur is sponsored for Zchus, for Shiur, an immediate revealed good outcome for Yitzchak Yoel ben Shana Sarah. Mitzvah Hashem with all our learning, and the learning that happens now and learning happens after online should be Yeshua, and everything that they need and want should come in a revealed and easy way. And also, we're learning in the schus of all the hostages and all the soldiers be free, including Yosef Yitzchak ben Simcha, that he should come out safely, him and all his units and all the soldiers. And this learning is specific for Taparat bat Sarah Sarit, that amongst all the hostages should come home easily, quickly, speedily, and safely. Okay, so let's begin. So in Perek Aleph, one of the things we were saying, I don't know if everyone noticed it, but we talked about basically, we keep going on this topic of Kedusha versus Klippa, and where Kedusha gets its life force from, and where Klippa gets its life force from. And one of the things we said in the end was, if you're getting the life force from the wrong place, it's a marshal like a neshama, a person's neshama reincarnated into an animal's body. What he means to say, he said like a sack, person stuck in a sack. And the idea what we're saying is that it's the wrong thing. Just like the sack is not bottled to the person, so too, if you have a neshama that is a neshama of like a person's neshama, if it's included in the body of an animal, it can't express itself properly. The animal's body doesn't express it, and it's not bottled to it, and it's discombobulated. It doesn't work, and this is sort of what we're going to continue discussing. Oh. Sorry about that. So the reason that the reason why that in such a case of a neshama being in the physical in the body of an animal doesn't reveal itself, because it's not a keli for godliness. And this also too in regards to a person, where we get our life force from if we're not connected. The sibas as the kedusha, when it comes to the side of holiness, that essentially they're connected and they're vessels for godliness. Mishum zeh, and therefore, because of this, the light and the life force of godliness shines within them in a revealed way. For example, now, like we said before, the nefesh adam, like the soul of a person, that's included within the limbs of the body. It works specifically when it's in the limbs of a person's body. And like we said before, that if the neshama of a person is not included in the body of a person, but it's included in the body of a animal, it doesn't work, and it can't reveal itself. It can't work properly. Because a person's body was made to receive the neshama of a person. And therefore the light and the life force of the soul shines within it in a revealed way. And that should be felt within us. Because it's being revealed, and being that it can be revealed and the body can feel it, the body becomes bottled to the nefesh. And he's going to explain it more in detail as we go. And to the extent that through that being that the body is a conduit for the neshama, because it's a person's neshama in a person's guf, so that reveals and it's included within the person mamish till the body lives from it. Physical life happens when neshama, that's a person's neshama, is included in a person's guf. But whereas when it comes to the body of an animal, because a body of an animal is not clear, it's not a vessel, it's not shaykh to receive the neshama of a person. Therefore, it's not revealed, the neshama, and it's not batul. So that's the mashal. Now the nimshal. Now what does it mean in terms of us? The kedusha. So too will understand in regards to the holy side. Shehen kelim be'etzem l'kus. When we are keli for l'kus, lachein ha'er l'kim meir behem begili mamash. So what do we cause when we are batel l'kus? We make ourselves a vessel fitting for l'kus. So therefore, the l'kus can reveal itself within us in a revealed way. So what does it mean? What does it mean to be a keli, a vessel? It's like a funny word. What does it mean? It's a vessel. But just like you want to drink water, you need to have a cup. So too, for godliness, we need to have a cup, so to speak. And so this cup is ourselves being a keli for l'kus. Or a person wants to run a marathon. A person wants to have a productive day. Making themselves a keli for the productive day means going to bed on time. Means making sure to eat a proper breakfast. Taking care of ourselves. That's called making a keli. So too with kedusha. If we want to be connected with kedusha, we have to make ourselves keli for kedusha. Whether it's what we take, what we intake, what we see, what we hear, what we talk about, things like this. All those affect how we become kelim for kedusha. But what we're talking about now is that when a person is a kelim to kedusha, so then kedusha revealed itself. And therefore, because we make ourselves a kelim for kedusha, so we also become a batel to godliness. And therefore, because we're a keli, so more light can reveal itself within us. Meaning, the more the person trains to run. I was speaking to a friend of mine, he's a shliach, and he does this thing. He does runs. He goes like marathon. He did a half marathon, then a full marathon, and now he wants to do an ultra marathon. An ultra marathon in the smallest amount is 50 kilometers, which I don't know how many miles it is, but it's a lot. It's quite a lot. And I was like, crazy. Like I was shocked. But in order for that to happen, you have to make yourself a clear. And he said, when you get to like those long runs, you have to feed your body to continue going. And the point is, you have to make yourself a keli. He says it doesn't happen overnight. You have to spend months. You have to work out how long it is till the race. And then you have to figure out how much you have to do. And you have to make yourself a keli to it. And you have to work on yourself. And the more you do that, the better you will get, and the more you'll be able to achieve. And the more you prepare yourself, the more you can reveal the godliness. And so too within our lives, the more we take care of the things that are important to connect to Hashem, the more we will be able to be a batel to receive Hashem's godliness. The more we are to recognize Hashem and connect to Hashem and tap into Hashem. And it becomes one with us. And it becomes internalized within us. That's when we do it all good. When it comes to the negative forces, that in truth they're not even at all shaykh. They don't have any keli. It's not making themselves a keli. It's like trying to go for a marathon without doing any preparation. They're not, and that's sitrach. Sitrach is I don't want to do that. I don't want to connect with godliness. So therefore, you're not a clear for the godliness. Hainu. And the reason is mitzad etzem makor. It's because of their source and where they get their life force from. Because like we said before, their life force comes from the acharayim. That it's like we said, a marshal, like a person give it to his enemy, and Hashem gives it to us, give it to them in the hind part. Like the enemy, you don't want to give it. And even then we said, not just you don't want to give it, even what they get is only bechitzonius. It's only b'makif. It's only surround. It doesn't really internalize. She'ein bahem habitzel ha'chana. They don't have the bittul. The bittul is the nullification, is the making the space for Hashem, and therefore they're not even shaykh for the godly light because it's not even brought in, as we're going to explain later, maybe tomorrow. I explain the length elsewhere. Look in Tereh, Pashas Breishis, Risha Maskal, Havin Ian Birches, Habrachis, per example, and look over there for more. But therefore. The light of Kedusha is not shining within them in a revealed way. But the godly light that's within us, if we're not making ourselves a clear for Kedusha, and we're not making that place for Kedusha, but we're making the place of Sitra Achra, so then it's in Galus within us. And because it's in Galus within us, therefore the Sitra Achra is not Bata Telikus. For all those reasons that we gave, it's not Bata Telikus because it's not a clear, and because it's life force when it comes from, and the way it does things. You're not a clear for the run if you didn't do the exercise and you're not eating healthy. You're not a clear for Kedusha for not taking care of ourselves. It's like a mathematical sum. If you don't go to bed on time, and you don't eat the right things, and you don't speak to yourself nicely, you speak to others nicely, and you don't have work on your having good relationships, you don't daven and learn, so you can understand why it will be very hard to connect to Hashem. Whereas if you try to take care of yourself, you eat healthy, you go to bed like a man, try to get some sleep, you try to make sure self-talk is good, and you're talking to other people nicely, and you're not watching things you shouldn't watch, and you're not giving yourself information you shouldn't be. And you try to learn, your connection to the learning and connection to Hashem will be much more revealed. It's mathematical. It just works logically. And on the contrary, the negative, the problem with the Sitra Achra is Magbiya Atma Kanesha Loima Ani Va'afsiyoid. The worst part about it says, this is quoting in Yeshaya, it flies itself up like an eagle, and it says, I and nothing else. And this is the struggle, one of the biggest struggles with Bitachin, is we forget about Hashem. Like it says in Yechezkel, the river is mine, asisini, and I made it. That he's saying that the river is mine, and I made it. Again, taking away the Sitra Achra's problem that it separates us from Hashem, that it's mine, I made it. The Pari said I made myself, and this separates us. And the biggest issue of it, it's bad enough that this is the issue within itself, but the practical outcome, a difference that happens because of this, is we stress. We have so much stress. Why do we have stress? Because we think Hashem's not here. Where is Hashem? And as we're going to explain, we don't come, Chas Hashem says Hashem doesn't exist. Of course he exists. But we're not tapping into that. And therefore, our Rabbi say in Masechta Saita, Shegasas haruach shekula kaveda zar mamish. Gasas haruach, haughtiness, ego, is equally weighed to like avodah zara literally. Now, why would it be avodah zara? Avodah zara is going against Hashem, denying Hashem exists. Why is it the same thing? Why? Because ke'iker v'sheresh avodah zara. What's the main issue of avodah zara? Hu mashe nechshel l'davar b'nei atzmai. We think to ourselves there was something separate. Nifrad mikdushas shel makom, separated from the holiness of Hashem. But lo kefir b'Hashem lagam. It's not even that we totally deny the existence of Hashem. Kedis b'Gemara, like it says in the Gemara, dekaru le elekad elekar. We say Hashem is the God of gods, but the problem is we have other gods, not just Hashem. And this is the avodah zara. It's not avodah zara bow down to idols, but it's avodah zara when we lack the realization that there's Hashem and Hashem's in charge and have nothing to worry about, nothing to stress about. Hashem's taking care of it, and we all have this. This is not, I'm a bad person to have this. We all have this. But the more we learn and the more we connect and the more we make ourselves a keli for Kedusha, a keli for Elikus, the more the Elikus can shine within us, and the less of this stress and less of these issues we have, and the more of the positive stuff we have. Let's just finish it off. And the problem is that we think to ourselves, we're also something. There's God, but there's also us. And with this, we separate ourselves from the holiness of Hashem, Baruch Hu. Because what's ego? It's edging God out. It's pushing God away. It's saying there's God and there's me. Whereas if we say, I'm also God, I'm also part of the Elikus, so then we're all together. We're not separate. We're not nullified to Hashem. Because the holiness of Hashem, the Kedusha of Hashem, it doesn't rest unless we have bittul. Hashem can only put in a place where he can exist. That's why they called peaks of separation. Why the peaks? Peaks is like mountains were high, and you make no space for Hashem, and therefore we separate ourselves from Hashem. This is going against Hashem's true unity, which is the kula kemei kula chashiv. Everything is literally like non-existent. Ubato be'emes loisbach, and totally nullified Hashem. We have to recognize there's not me, there's not Sharon, and then there's Hashem and two separate things. I'm also part of Hashem. It manifests in a physical way, but I'm also part of Hashem. And if Hashem's here with me, we're together. Hashem gives me life. The reason why I exist now is because Hashem is making me alive. And Hashem is constantly bringing me into existence from nothing to something every moment. And when we realize that, and when we connect with that, and it's a lifelong bringing. We don't stress as much. We have more connection. We learn more. We're able to have more clarity. Life is clearer, less problems, and better tools to deal with the problems. To finish off the kitzur, gufa adam, the body of a person, hakavasai, mizgai, in the way we're made up. We're made in a way that we can receive the body of a person. Our neshama is meant for a body, the physical body of a person, not an animal. Therefore, the soul, the body is batul and is drawn after the soul. That's how we have life and stuff. Whereas the animal, the body of the animal, it can't receive the neshama. And that's just the mashal. In the nimshul, our body is a vessel for likus, and godliness can shine within us in a revealed way. Whereas the negative forces, they think of themselves as some existence, something separate from Hashem. And it's kover machdus barach, and this is a kover. This is denying Hashem's oneness in the world. Mr. Hashem, all of us, we should recognize this. We should try to connect ourselves a little bit more and a little bit more. And every little step that we do is massive. And I mitzvah Hashem, by all of us, we should see it, and we should connect with it, and we should have only good. Have an amazing day.